Thank you very much for all of your presentations today. I really enjoyed your talks, and I can say that really everybody could progress in the last 3 months. Just again to repeat what we started in the morning, that why do we need education and science in medicine? Like so far we had so many programs in the past, because if we think why do we do science at all, it's very easy to say that if there is any healthcare challenges coming to the society, what we could see also today in plenty of studies, we need to find community solutions. However, I think everybody knows at university levels that the talented young people in science, the numbers are decreasing, and unfortunately, the scientific results implementation in the daily life is also not sufficient. And the reason is that around 50 years ago there were only 50,000 articles on PubMed annually. Last year there were almost 2 million. So how to bring it back for patients' benefits, and we are not good at it. So this is a very, very clear data by the European Statistical Office that 2/3 of deaths annually could have been avoided if we use all the knowledge currently what we have in medicine, and those countries, especially Eastern and Central Europe, where the scientific activities are not as high as in Western Europe, this number can reach 80%. So our vision is really in this program to bring science into healthcare, and the mission statement is very clear: to have a breakthrough change in science education and medical training. So the old system has plenty of advantages, but the biggest disadvantage is that in every level of scientific communication and medical doctors are separated each other, and the communication, the knowledge transfer between each T groups are very slow. So this is why we are so proud that with collaboration with Academy of Europe, with distinguished members of the clinical section, we could develop a program where healthcare professionals can do science and bring back the knowledge immediately for patients' benefits. And I think if you look at the ranking list of medical journals, Nature Medicine is one of the top journals, and they also published about the advantages of this program. But as I mentioned it also in the morning, this program is not to provide PhD degrees, is not to publish articles. This is to have a better patient care. One example, for example, here, that a couple of years ago, a resident doctor from the St. George Hospital, Székesfehérvár, came actually to the program, and that time the program was running in Péter, and when he returned, immediately could decrease the usage of antibiotics and the length of hospitalization in pancreatitis. Another brilliant example, like the Heimpál Hospital, when they started to screen the glucose tolerance and diabetes in CF patients much earlier than in the current textbook contains it, and they could actually identify plenty of young individuals with diabetes or impaired glucose tolerance much before the symptoms came to light. So they can have interfering possibilities for the patient. Or just recently, from the last year's students, Kata Illés and Tamás Horváth from the Bajcsi Hospital joined in, and actually today also was like surgical questions: what kind of operation should we do? They actually did a very good operational techniques. They published it one of the top otorhinopharyngology journals. But not only this, they immediately implied it in their unit, and within the very first year at Bajcsi Hospital they could decrease the cholesteatoma recurrence rates with 13%. So if we think about this program, this is the biggest benefits for all. Of course, the academic facts is also excellent, because the people can get PhD and the universities can run. I am very pleased to mention that this year we had already 123 applicants, and I must say that the level of students will be exactly as high as to these groups. You are currently in the most gifted, the golden year. Why? Because currently you have 4 days for scientific activities, and if I look at how much you could run in forward in the last 3 months, one of the tool which you could use well is the official protected time for scientific activities in year 1. And actually the scientific expectations in the progress, already there were 10 students out of the program until now because of not progressing in the right way. I think today each student could pass actually the phase number 4, and in the next year you will be in a more difficult situation because you need to go back to the clinic to work much more, and you have to fulfill your second papers also. As you know, in the first 3 months we just polishing the topic, and the second phase is the data collection. I think this curve very well represents the big problem in healthcare, that we don't have really structured databases. So we either do currently meta-analysis to answer the questions or try to build up registries and running clinical trials. I just can motivate you that start building up structured databases. Otherwise, we will not be able to elevate the number of registries and clinical studies. This was the last 6 months progress report phase, and now here you can see that how many projects achieved already the pre-submission way. We always acknowledge the best students, supervisors group, and so on, and I am very pleased that I can deliver the gastroenterology group to Petrana Martinekova, the best students of the month. So please, Petrana, come over. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, and there is one other prize which goes today here, and I think this is the very first time that one group received third occasion the best of the group prize. But if we looked at the achievements of the studies and everything, the decision was that this for the in May also the prize going to the GI group. So I asked Balint to come over to take over the prize again. So, as you know, we always have seminar lectures. In the last 3 months, we had 2 really brilliant speakers. One of them was the Nobel laureate Bruce Beitler, who actually discovered the anti-TNF-alpha therapy, and also Mark van Ranst, who is very well known in Belgium. He had unbelievably brilliant presentation last week concerning the COVID defense. Actually, there it was unbelievable, his story, because he was attacked by people on the side because he was the one who initiated the measures during COVID-19, but his story was excellent. But always, both of them and everybody who were here mentioned that the biggest benefits of this program actually to have patients care and research together. So, some take-home message for the last 3 months. I understand that summer is coming. That's very good, because outside is very hot, inside the temperature is brilliant. So where should we stay? I think much better inside. So we can see actually in the last year program that when the students enter the second year and go back to the clinic to work, and instead of having 4 days out for science, they have only 1 day for science, which is much, much less than this year. So that is really, really, I think, a unique opportunity for you in the last 3 months to complete actually as much as work you can to get the second paper, because we can see that many students in year 2 could fulfill to have the 2 first authors papers, but many of them not. And when we look at the associations, who could achieve for the complex exam the 2 first author paper and who could not, is that depend on the first year progress. Because in the second year, everybody is slowed down. So I would really suggest, if I can give you one take-home message, that use the advantage of the first year 4 days protected time for science. You will understand it, how valuable it is next year. But at that time, this will be, I think, too late. We always organize programs and seminar lectures and Hawaii party. We had the Gatsby party in February and all other parties. So this will be actually on Thursday at 6 o'clock at Füge Udvar place. You can find it also on the net. You get the official invitation. And of course, you also need to collect the credit points at the end of the semester. And the last lecture, seminar lecture this year, will be actually on Monday, 1:30, exactly here in the same room. So to fulfill your credit points, please be here. And as you know, we always have innovation for the best questionnaire prize, which is coming actually a bottle of wine. So I ask also Rita Nagy, the coordinator of first year, to provide actually the glass of wines for those who were very active today. Márton Rakovics, Ágnes Eszter Timár, Budai Kinga, Szabados Márton, Kismiki Renáta, we are so lucky to have sponsorship from Josef Bock. Unger Vivian, Budai Bettina, our nutritional support. Jakub Hoferika, Tóth Laura, Lip Monika, the paper doesn't matter. Okay, Petrana Martinekova, Kávási Saci, Gagyi Endre, Mészáros Tóth Andrea, Isabella Pinto Amorim-Das Virgens. I don't know. Maybe this was the worst pronunciation you ever heard about your name. Maybe you will forgive if you get a bottle of wine. Congratulations. Is there anybody who also asked free but we maybe missed to recognize? If not, congratulations to the winners. Yesterday, plenty of people wanted to get only the wine. So we didn't print out all the forms, but we will deliver it later. But currently, Nicolette Kish can get the excellent questionnaire certificate. Congratulations. Come, maybe.
I don't know. We are just asking if, and I'm pretty sure that there are others, like for example Petrana. You had really a lot of questions. And is there anyone else who had at least 3 questions?
Please come out.
Isabel, okay, Petrana. Then Dylan.
But you already have the certificate anyway because you received yesterday. So it seems that the gastroenterology working group would like to have more resveratrol.
Actually, it's nice.
Yeah.
Köszönöm szépen.
Gratulálok. Okay, come to the middle.
Please come in. Máté Éliás Máté. This is just much more than the wine, I have to say. I mean, this makes all life much easier, and then your brain much brighter. Congratulations. Thank you. And then you go there because we will have a photo. Noémi Ágnes Ganajda. More important the paper, and then maybe also important the wine. Okay, congratulations. Júlia Ács. András Kubik. Don't give it to you, that's halfway. I mean, blame on Peter. Máté Éliás.
Yes, we didn't give us the paper.
What?
We gave only the wine,
Oh,
forgot the paper.
and I give you that. So everybody had a wine. So maybe I will use this now. Further, anybody who asked 3 questions, except the committee, because they will get nothing, of course. No, I mean, many thanks actually. Many thanks.